Wolfchase Toyota Insider, the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell alongside Natalie Poole and Coach Conference Tournament coming up this week, but we do have one set of games to talk about. You didn't play the final weekend, but you did go up to Murray State last week in a midweek series, and you swept the Racers. Tell us about that.
We did. We were excited to go up and get a midweek game in before we took the weekend off, be able to play some non-conference here to wrap things up. And after coming off a weekend of playing Houston, we wanted to build some confidence back up, make some adjustments based on what we saw over the weekend. And it was nice to come out with a series sweep.
Talking about getting the win at Murray State, it gets a little confidence, gets a little momentum going back into losing that series to Houston, get you a little momentum before you head to a conference tournament.
Absolutely. And we had left on the Sunday that we played Houston. We left 13 runners on. And so for us, our object was to score runs in more than one inning, not to leave as many runners on. And I thought that we had some nice key hits. We did score in multiple innings and did a nice job of being able to hold a lead.
Coach, you get the weekend off, and it's probably a good weekend to have before conference tournament, kind of refresh yourself physically and mentally. You also had exams this week. They started late last week, but a chance to kind of focus on that instead of kind of having to split your attention.
Absolutely, and some of our girls were a bit fatigued, and so it's nice to be able to rest those bodies, get their minds in the right place for their schoolwork, and get that accomplished before we head out for the conference tournament.
Probably the weather this weekend is probably a good weekend to have off. You'd have been battling a lot of obstacles over the weekend.
Absolutely. As we have the entire spring, it's been a rough spring as far as weather is concerned. And I want to say that up in Tulsa, we're going to have about a 40% chance for the first 2 days of the tournament. Temperatures are going to be okay, but we might be dealing with some showers here and there.
How difficult is that during a season? And you're not the only team. Anyone in the Southeast has had to deal with the rain and the very mild, even cold temperatures late in the year. How's that kind of worn on a team throughout a season? Because I don't remember having to bounce around this much in a season in a long time.
I think that, at times it's a bit frustrating to deal with the weather, the cold. The cold is the worst thing for us. If it rains some, it's okay. The umpires have control of the game and they won't let things get out of hand. But the cold has been a bit frustrating this year. And, I haven't worn shorts but a few times this season. And so, I'm looking forward to some warmer temperatures. We can battle the rain a little bit. I think the girls are accustomed to that. They know that's an uncontrollable. They just focus on when they get the opportunities to play to be ready.
Coach, as we start to look toward the conference tournament, we'll talk about an all-academic reformer in a moment. Kind of talk about the season, because this is the second season that's going to start this weekend over in Tulsa, a chance to get to the NCAA, but kind of your overall thoughts on the regular season.
I think that at times I thought that we would perform better, and at times, I was pleased with how we showed ourselves. We're definitely a little bit better than we were last year, but it would have been nice to have been able to come out of some series without being swept. And I'm proud of our girls for continuing to fight. I think they've stayed in it for the long season, and I think that they're motivated, and I think that they understand what task is ahead. I think they understand that we have one game against each opponent, not 3 games, and so I think it changes things a little bit, and I think our intensity will be up. But I think it's good to have been able to play everybody 3 games. I think we know what we have in front of us. We know it's not going to be an easy task, and but we're looking forward to the tournament.
All conference awards won't be announced till later this week, but we do know Laura Curtis will be all academic, so congratulations to Laura.
Thank you very much. She's a very intelligent student athlete, and she's very committed to her academics, and really proud for her that she was able to accomplish that.
Well, let's move on to the Conference USA tournament, and Houston's the last series you had, and it works out this way sometime. They finished a half game out of first. You're going to face them in the first game out in Tulsa this weekend. I believe it's going to be Thursday at 11 o'clock. You'll see the Cougars. Absolutely, and we're definitely ready for them. We practiced like we were practicing against them yesterday. When we thought about their offensive players, we positioned our defense accordingly. We took our swings to prepare for their number 1 and their number 2 pitchers. Somebody that's going to throw us in, but also the pitcher that's going to throw us low and away. So we worked on a lot of drills to prepare for that. So I feel like they're in it. We had a great practice yesterday. It was very productive, even considering the fact that they're amongst finals. And I think that they're ready. I think that Houston gave us a tough time. I think at times we were in it, but at times we let the game get away from us. It'd be nice to see Ellen and Joe come out and pitch well this weekend. We really need them to step up, and if they can step up, it'll give us a chance. It's funny because you talk to softball and a lot of times baseball coaches and even other sports. When you go to a tournament, sometimes you like to be in a bracket or get a matchup with teams that you didn't beat, you didn't win a series against, because sometimes it gives you an emotional advantage in that tournament atmosphere.
Absolutely. I definitely think the girls are driven to get that win and to pay them back, and and to do things different than they may have done before. And so, we talked about the things that cause us not to be successful. We've practiced those things, and now we just need to go out and perform those. And I think that the girls are not afraid. I don't think that they feel defeated. I think that they're ready to do it.
And I believe also in your bracket, you'll see Tulsa and UCF also in your bracket.
Absolutely. And, at times we played Tulsa really well, and I think that they're a beatable team. And I think that Central Florida, we played well against them, and hopefully we can continue that. And, I think that, again, it's one game against each team. And if we do our job, we're going to be okay. We just have to be able to, pitch the way that we need to give us a shot to be in it and to be close enough to be able to score the runs that we need to score.
To wrap it up, Coach, Conference USA, after the dust settles this weekend, how many teams do you think might make their way into the NCAA?
I would say 4 teams.
Another strong year for CUSA.
I think so.
Coach, we appreciate it. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
That is Natalie Poole. I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.